And thank you, Coach. We are at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Smooth. Ready?
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Let's go now. 30 base. Hey, Haywood.
Double time. Hey, we got 4.
Now.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
42 is the mark.
X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, wahoo! Go.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Stay with your man. Wide, get wide.
Leo. Hey, Zoo.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Here's Rodgers. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Green Bay.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
In your face.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. William Hayes. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. The pressure gets to him again. William Hayes in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken it around the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. That's taken on the 25. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. throwing, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They fired out. That's a big gain. And down inside the 15 he goes. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's third down.
Hey, Alpha, 90 Wolf.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Bandit. Bandit. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check, check, check 41.
Now Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Rosas' kick is good. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. William Hayes has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Ready?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the Packers' 49-yard line.
Hey, high 7. Now.
Off play action. Jones. This is intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Dalvin Tomlinson able to record his 5th sack of the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Complete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Rodgers on target here to Allison. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here comes Grant on the return. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know you felt
a gain of 7. Brings up second and
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to go down again. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
To throw again, Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
Let's go, Pete. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Rodgers now on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 17-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
58.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
First and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Jones. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jimmy Graham in the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg it. Do some different things so they can't just rely.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. There he goes left side, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. William Hayes in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 33. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like. And they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end.
Here's Jones on 1st down. That's complete left side to Shepard. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Down. 70, Indy. Go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Buzz.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Blue draw quarters.
Jack.
Go.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check 26, check 26.
80 weapons.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Adams has it complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Rodgers going to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Number 50, hey, you find over here. Look again.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. William Hayes racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. B.J. Hill able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, Hayward!
Mike's 42! Mike's 42! Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Jones to throw again. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Throwing Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big...
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
50, Flint.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Mike 42, check, check, Mike 42.
Now.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain there of 21 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Jones. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic. Here we go, D. Here I go.
2nd and 2. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Zadarius Smith in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Elijah Penny, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down.
Blue 58.
Mike 58, right there. All right.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
19. Hey, what's the ball?
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. This is Grant. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Giants, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.